Well, Jonny Howson, a relief, pleasure. I don't know what it is. What is the feeling in the dressing room after that?
It's obviously a very nice feeling. Whenever you win games, you've got that nice feeling. And I think we got maybe what we deserved. I think performance-wise, it's been similar to recent weeks, but I feel as if we maybe just got a little bit of rugby green. We've been maybe saying over the past few games where they just wanted to drop for us in the box, and luckily we got that today. But certainly the last two games, I think on the other hand, defensive side, we've looked very solid. 2 clean sheets now, and we've got to build on this.
Yeah, has anything changed defensively, the way the team's been organised? Because clean sheets have been so hard to come by this season.
I think every game we've maybe looked at the opposition and seen what things we can and can't do. But I think we've just certainly the last 2 games we've given it a right good go, and I think we've just got maybe what we've deserved. Obviously before this game it was a case of building on last week, and I think we've done that very well.
You mentioned there about getting the rub of the green, and Matt Jarvis looked like he was going to score, completely missed his kick, and thankfully Robbie Brady was there. Yeah,
as I say, past few weeks we've maybe just, we've been saying after some games we maybe just need one to fall for us for a little tap in, and luckily we got that today. As you say, it looked like Jarvo was going to score, and he obviously didn't connect with it properly, but great assist, I guess.
And there's no lack of fight, is there, about this Norwich side? That's been clear in the last 2 games in particular.
No, I don't. I think, obviously some games it'll maybe look like it's not been there the recent weeks when we've lost games, but I think the determination and work rate has always been there the majority of the time. And it's, I think when you win games, it's more natural. It shows a little bit.
Yeah, but at 1-0 up, with quite a bit of the game to go, you must have thought it was going to be kitchen sink time from West Brom, and actually John Ruddy didn't have a save to make, did he?
No, I didn't. They obviously put a few balls into the box, and John came for him, and he's that pressure from us. But it's obviously it's worked well, and I think the past few games we've been very organised and been hard to break down, and that starts from the front, and I think as I say, it's shown the last 2 games.
How important was it to get a win this weekend with Sunderland and Newcastle playing each other, because the pressure's been heaped on those 2 now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think more for us, we just mentioned obviously after getting a point at home last week against Man City, it was a case of building on that. It had been mentioned by a few people before the game of don't let that go to waste, and irrespective of what the other teams do, for us it's just a case of concentrating on ourselves.
Alex Neil dedicated the win to the fans who always follow you away in such good numbers, and that must have been sweet at the end of the game, being able to go over to the fans and applaud them after a win. Yeah,
it is. After any win, it's obviously always a nice feeling, and it's great to go over to the fans, and they obviously stay right to the end and they're cheering you on, and I suppose over recent weeks when it hasn't really been going for us, it's nice to have that feeling. Obviously we've got a couple of weeks before the next game, so it's always nice to go into that on the back of a win.
You've had Gary O'Neill alongside you the last couple of games. He's got that bandage around his head. That's sort of the spirit you need, isn't it now?
Yeah, it is. There's obviously Gaz with that on still. Robbie, the past few games that he's played in, he's come off with something, and I suppose that's what we need. We need all the lads to give it everything, and I think that's what's happening. I'm sure, as like we mentioned for Robbie, he'll be obviously over the moon, getting the winning goal, and he'll take that when we get results like that.
Thanks, Johnny. Well done. Cheers.
Thank you, mate.
Cheers, Johnny.